Hello.
Hello.
Episode 10
I know,
today.
it seems mad that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy, that, isn't it?
We've made it to double digits.
It seems like ages ago, and also dead recently when we started at
I
the same
know.
time, doesn't it? So if you're new, this is Sibling Rivalry. Welcome. But we had to think again about what we've been up to this week before,
Yeah.
didn't we?
we went completely blank.
Yeah. Should we start with you, because yours was the beginning of the week, your stuff, wasn't it? So
Yeah, so me and Mum went to the spa in Thornton Hall, which is
Yeah.
it's just a few minutes away actually, and it was amazing. We went into the pool and the jacuzzi.
Crashed the wedding.
Oh yeah, there was excuse me, there was a wedding there, and we didn't we didn't realize that they do weddings there. So but yeah, and then we went out for tea, and that was really nice as well.
Was it in the hotel tea?
Yeah, because he had like they have like three restaurants.
Yeah.
And yeah, we went to.
How did that go?
Well, there wasn't really many veggie options. I think there was like just like one veggie option, so I had that, and it was really nice. I enjoyed it.
So it was nice, even though there was just the one thing you could have.
Yeah.
That's alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Then the next.
You went for a walk around the grounds and stuff as well, didn't you?
Yeah, and it absolutely lashed down.
Yeah, I know. It was weird, that, wasn't
me
it?
and Mum after tea, we were planning on. Pardon me, we were going on. Planning on going on a walk after, but we couldn't because it absolutely bucketed down. So that didn't happen. I didn't really get much sleep that night either due to Mum snoring.
You were in the same room, weren't you?
Due to Mum snoring, and I had a cold.
That you passed on to everyone else.
Which I am so sorry for. Yeah, I passed on to everyone else, haven't I?
Yeah.
So the next morning, we were still in the room, and like some fella used his fob thing or whatever it is, and then came in thinking he was working on the room that we were staying in.
What was he doing? Like
it was
electrician or something, was he? Or
not sure actually. I think it was like, repainting the room or something like that. I'm not sure, but he came in the room thinking that it was our room was the one he was working on, but it was next door.
He was both like dressed and shit.
Yeah. We were
so
dressed.
It wasn't too bad then.
It was just a bit of a shock.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Especially first thing in the morning as well.
Was it quite early?
Yeah. Well, it was after I woke up. I think it was about 9 o'clock.
Oh, I thought it was quite early, isn't it? Especially when you're away in a hotel.
Yeah. Well, Mum just wanted me. Mum let me sleep as much as I could because I didn't get.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You were a bit of a shadow on Tuesday, weren't you? Like when you come back.
Yeah, I wasn't good at all, was I?
No, because you were still ill as well, weren't you?
Yeah. But yeah, it was really nice. We when we went down to breakfast, we ended up accidentally going into like the breakfast bit room where the wedding guests.
People were.
Yeah, we went to sit down, and Mum was like, we're in the wrong room, aren't we? And we were like, sorry. But yeah, it was dead good anyway.
That was what Ben got you for your birthday, was it?
Yeah, it was both of our birthdays, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad at least you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
Even if there's a few incidents.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, the comedy night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You came to that one again.
Oh.
It was the first time you've ever seen me do any sort of performance, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed that night as well.
And I found it really weird that you were in the audience and I could see you like the whole time as well, obviously.
Yeah, because I was sitting in the front row.
Yeah, so I was a bit like, oh god.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
No. And you enjoyed it, didn't you? You were laughing and that. It was a good night that I enjoyed it. I was really nervous before.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, you were a mess.
It was dead warm when we were walking down as well.
By the time we got there, we were absolutely melting.
I know. Yeah, that was the most nervous I've been. But that's the first time I've been on stage in months.
Yeah.
I haven't done any, have I? Because of how stressed I was with work and stuff. And I got really drunk. Ended up going back to Ben's with him and Maddie again. Maddie was saying to me because I went to Ben's again on Friday. And on Friday, Maddie was saying to me she was gobsmacked by just how quick I go from like being fine to falling asleep. Because we were sitting in the front room talking. And then she went into the kitchen for like 10 seconds and come back out.
You're asleep. Flat out on the couch.
And I was like in a deep sleep as well. I wasn't just like I hadn't just dozed off. I was like gone.
Jeez.
I know, but I was saying,
I swear both of you and Ben can do that, and you literally can't wake any of you up.
nah, and I think I might have talked about it on this before. Like, I fall asleep drunk all the time. It's like I fall asleep. I talked about it on stage in the pub, didn't I?
Falling asleep standing
Falling
up.
asleep in the pub. I fell asleep in Hornblowers where we do the comedy night like 3 or 4 times.
Didn't you fall asleep standing up once as well?
Yeah, we talked about that on this as well. But I've done it a few times. Like, I fell asleep on speakers in clubs and everything.
Oh my god.
I know, it's mental, innit? But she was gobsmacked. She was saying she couldn't believe, because I was talking as well, and she was like, you were having a conversation, fine. And then I come back out the kitchen and you were just gone. And I was like, because she was like, the first time she's seen it, she was like, her head fell off. And I was like, yeah, that's normal. Me and Ben were just like, yeah, that's what he does.
Like, it's not a big deal
No,
or
it's just
anything
normal,
like that.
So yeah, I went again on the Friday, and I was hungover, obviously, from the night before.
Yeah.
So it was like a rough day. But he'd invited one of his mates who he used to work with round as well to watch the boxing. So it was like it'd been planned for a while.
Yeah.
So I couldn't like back out of it. You know what I mean? As much as I can't do 2 nights in a row anymore, I'm so old. And I met his mate at New Year, Alex. He's a dead nice lad. And he brought like snacks and stuff with him. And you don't even let me tell the story before you start laughing. And he's whipping out like just crisps and stuff, to like, and chocolates and that, like little packs of Maltesers and whatever. And then he pulls out some Haribo and he goes, Ben told me you're a veggie, and I know you probably can't eat the Haribo because you've got like gelatin and stuff in. So I brought you this. And he pulled the carrot out of his bag for me. He's like, yeah. And he's like, that's your carrot. No one else can touch that carrot. It's only the second time I've met him as well. And it was like, he'd thought about that. That like so proper made me laugh. That.
He thought that through then, didn't he?
Yeah, I was in stitches when he did it. And then, yeah, we watched the fights and that was good. But because I was hungover from Thursday, and I was more drunk on Thursday at the comedy night than Ben and Maddie were, because they didn't start drinking straight away, did they? Because they always tell themselves they're not going to drink, don't they?
And then they end up
drinking every time.
Yeah.
So why do you even lie to themselves?
I don't know.
But they continue to do it anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
So I felt quite rough on Friday. I couldn't get drunk on Friday night because I was drunk the night before.
And you were tired as well from...
Yeah, and our Ben was like getting quite pissed. And I said to him about 10:30, I was knackered. And he was like, you're not like going home tired, are you? And in my head I was thinking, I could go home happily, like. But I ended up staying till quite late, I stayed till about 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, and then I couldn't do it anymore. Especially because no matter how much I was drinking, it just wasn't having an effect on me at all. I think I had like 8 cans of Budweiser whole night.
I think the tiredness
just nothing happened.
Yeah.
So, and then his mate was staying because his mate's from Southport. So it was like, obviously by the time we were done, him getting home would have been a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not staying, I'm going home, mate. I want my own bed. So I came back at like 2 o'clock. But it's weird when you're walking through town at that time when you're not like pissed, because you walk past like the clubs and stuff and you see all the people outside drunk. And I was just like, oh no. Just like trying to like disappear into like the shadows and try and get home dead slyly.
Like just trying to like swerve everyone.
Yeah, and then I got in and the dog went mad because I'd obviously been out for a bit. She settled down quite quick.
She probably knew.
And then I slept loads yesterday, didn't I? So I started to come down with this fucking cold.
That I passed on.
Well, I don't know if I've got it off you or Mum, but it started with you, so it's your fault.
I'll take that.
I can't remember what day it was last week, but I got a call about a job as well, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
So I've got an interview tomorrow that I've done no prep for yet.
How are you feeling about it?
Bit nervous, like.
I think that's normal though, isn't it? I mean,
the role it's for is like really similar to the one I was doing in my old job.
But it's like in a better environment than...
Well, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, anyway.
So I know that I'll know I can do the job, but I still need to do some like research and
yeah
shit.
I'm sure it'll go well.
We'll see.
I'm sure it'll go well though.
But it's a step in the right direction anyway, isn't it? Getting a job interview. And
Yeah.
I actually applied for the job, and I got a call after him like 2 hours later, and he hadn't seen my job application. He'd found my CV and seen that it was like I'd literally just left the job that was like the same sort of role.
Yeah.
So he called me from finding my CV online. And I was like,
Wow.
"Is this come from?" I said to him, "I actually applied for this job a couple of hours ago. Is that what you called me from?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh right." And then he was like, "Hang on a minute," and he refreshing his emails while we were on the phone, and the application came through then. And then I found out on the next day, whatever the next day was after that, that I've got an interview tomorrow. So I'll have to sort my life out and get some prep done for that.
Yeah.
But it's 2 o'clock on Sunday, and the interview's at 2:30 tomorrow, and I'm doing this instead. So priorities and stuff.
Yeah, you've got time, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be fine. I've been rewatching Harry Potter this week as well.
Yeah.
I'm up to like 7 films now out of 8.
Bloody hell.
I know.
You went through them quick.
I know. Just add them on like all the time because I've seen them so many times as well. I can just like put them
Tune
on.
in and out.
Yeah, and you know what's going on.
Well, I suppose all of us know the films and stuff inside and out.
Yeah, so that's been like a nice distraction.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching. I blame Mum for this as well. I've been watching.
It gets you into some shit, doesn't she?
I've been watching SWAT from the beginning, and honestly, it's so good. I'm on season 3, but there's quite a lot of episodes in each season, so yeah.
As if you're a 90-year-old grandmother.
Well,
You just can't believe how bad their taste is rubbing off on you, though.
some of them aren't that bad. You tune in and out of some of them.
Like what?
Can't remember which ones.
I was probably the odd one, but not many. Most of them are dreadful.
No, but she was watching Luther, and you.
Yeah, but Luther's good. She's watched that. Luther's a good TV show, though. It's not one of Mum's shows, is it? Like, Mum shows are the ones that are really bad. She's sitting watching Midsummer Murders most of the time at the minute.
She is, yeah. I think she was doing that before.
She was, yeah. And you can hear that. I know that shitty music off it now. Like
why it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if it gets stuck in my head, but do you know when you're like coming into the front room and I'll just hear that music and I'll be like, I'm not sitting in here. I'm not sitting in here watching this shit again.
What, for like an hour and a half?
Yeah, because they're fucking long episodes as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And then like, because I don't pay attention to it, and then so I'll see like 2 people in an episode, and then like 4 weeks later, they're not even the same people. And she's like, "Oh yeah, they've changed now. The other ones." I'm like, "So what's going on? Like, it's not even the same show anymore, is it?"
There's quite a lot of seasons of that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been going on since like fucking 1962 or something, hasn't it?
It's still going.
Is it? They haven't stopped making them.
I don't think so, no.
Oh my god, it's so shit as well. Honestly, one of the worst things. It's so badly acted.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
And the storylines are all like the same. How many people die in this random place? You know what I mean?
A lot.
Oh, so yeah. So she's got you into SWAT.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. I think that's terrible as well, but it's not as bad as Midsummer Murders.
At least
or
it's got better
Father
actors.
Brown was the other one, wasn't it? Fucking hell, that was worse. That was the worst one, Father Brown.
Each to their own, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, but she just
them.
it's just stuff that like takes her mind off stuff, isn't it? So
yeah.
I get why she watches them, but fuck me.
It's because they're easy to watch as well.
Oh, they're easy to watch because they're poo. Honestly, like some of the shit she watches. Father Brown was the lowest point though, I think, because we used to laugh about Father Brown when it was coming on after stuff. Like, oh, I'm not fucking watching this. We turn it over, and the next thing you know, she's like 7 seasons into it or something. But it's got the actor who plays Ron Weasley's dad in Harry Potter in, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, right. Oh, no, it's just, I can't watch this. This is awful.
He's a good actor, like, but... Yeah.
I hope he was well paid for making that show. That's all I can say. We've had an email from Pete the Lizard. Should we do that and then we'll have a break? I wasn't going to read... He just put a couple of questions in it, but I'm actually just going to read the whole email out because it made me laugh. So it said, good morning, you two. Pete the Lizard here. I'm currently suffering from one of the worst hangovers I've ever had and would like to know your go-to hangover cure.
Oh, God.
I usually wait until the takeaway opens and order a massive kebab, and that seems to do the trick. Also, I would like to know what's the worst hangover you've ever had and the most drunk you've ever been. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off now because typing this is hurting my brain. Lizard out. So we'll pick those questions apart and we'll do them one
Yeah.
by one. I mean, you've not had loads of hangovers, have you?
I don't really
But
drink
can you
enough.
remember when you have had a hangover, what you've done to try and cure it?
Oh, I think the way. No, because I try and go for a walk to try and like.
Oh, Ben does that as well. He likes to get up and do stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, I like to be quite productive. I mean, if I feel like I'm absolutely dying, then I'm just like.
Oh, Ben uses that. He says that really helps him because I was speaking to him on Friday when I was hungover, and he was saying he felt a bit rough in the morning, but he like gets up and does stuff in the house. But I can't do it.
Hmm. Well, the walk doesn't really make much of a difference. I still feel like crap, like so.
If I'm really hungover, I usually have a milkshake, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
But I know that not everyone can have that because some people are a bit funny about having milk when you've got a hangover. But it always helps me. Like it's get rid of like the fucking shitty taste in your gob. Food wise though, I used to do takeaways like as soon as I possibly could.
What about Maggie's breakfast? You used to do that quite a bit.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually. I quite like Mackey's breakfast because it's not as like stodgy as some. Because it used to be like
Yeah, because when I was like hungover after being in Liverpool with my mum, when we stayed over, we went to Mackey's and got hash browns, and the part of it because that I think it helps with a hangover.
because I used to wait until Domino's opened and get a Domino's.
Mm.
But now if I do that, just I can't do anything for the rest of the day. I'm useless.
Yeah.
So I don't tend to eat crap straight away anymore. I tend to just eat something little,
And easy on the stomach.
and then later on I'll probably get a takeaway at like tea time, like a chippy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do big greasy
Yeah.
meals like that anymore. That just does
I think
my head in.
when I did drink and when I did get drunk, I think it just heightened my anxiety too much, and then the next day I'd still feel
Beer fear.
really anxious. Yeah, yeah.
The worst hangover I've ever had. So there's a couple that spring. No, there's one that really stands out actually. So I never really used to get hungover, if you remember,
Yeah, yeah.
till I was about like 24, 25. But I had one sort of before that. And we were in Grange Mount at the time, so that was I might have been 18, I think 17, 18.
Mm.
And I drank so much that I was like throwing up my stomach lining the next day.
Mm.
And it was when Federer played Nadal at Wimbledon, and it was like the most epic Wimbledon final ever.
Yeah.
And I kept like dozing in and out of sleep during it. But I remember waking up and my head was like, I felt like I could feel my brain shaking inside my head anytime I moved. And like I said, I was like throwing up stomach. So that was by far and away the worst one.
And I thought our band was back when he's hungover.
Yeah, but that was a one-off hangover for me. Like I'm never sick, am I? And then you think I'm having to go back like 13, 14 years there to pick that out. You know what I mean? Now I'll get a bad one now, but it's more tiredness than anything else, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I just like to feel like I need to go to sleep. But yeah. Lizardo. Fuck it, I've called him Lizardo now. I drink a milkshake to get rid of my breath. That usually really helps. And then sleep as much as you can. And I tend to not get greasy food till late in the evening, but that helps. The most drunk I've ever been, because you suppose you've not had the worst hangover, have you? Because you've just had a couple of hangovers.
Well, it depends actually.
Go on then.
Because when I remember when I went out on a night out with Chaz and Izzy and that, and we went over to Liverpool. That was the drunkest I've ever been. I didn't. Jazz got shot as well, and I was like, oh. I was like, I shouldn't have indulged in the shot, like, but there you go. They were like sour shots, you know.
They're not shots then.
Well, I drank quite a bit beforehand, so.
They don't count sours.
And then she ordered, I can't remember what they were, Sambuca.
Yeah. Sambuca's a proper shot.
It was horrible.
So for me, the most drunk I've ever been is again going back like way back when. I think this was Grange Mount as well. It's probably not the most drunk I've ever been, but it's the one that stands out the most because obviously I was young, so I think I was underage anyway. But also, like, we were playing. So I used to go and drink in Danny's quite a lot when we were
I remember.
when we weren't like old
Well,
enough.
I don't remember, but I remember hearing the stories.
Yeah,
Obviously.
because Joanne was always like sound with us being there, and Mum was all right with it because she knew where it was, and it was only
she knew you were safe
round the corner, so she didn't mind me having a drink there. But he's got an older brother, hasn't he? And sometimes his mates would be there because they were a bit older. They'd just get us pissed because it was funny for them to see us hammered, obviously. So I think we were playing Ring of Fire, and I'd literally been drinking for about like an hour or something, and then Danny and Jamie had to walk me home, and like literally like one arm around each of them was just getting dragged back to ours, and Mum was like, "You drunk?" And I was like, "No." And then I had like sick on me. I had a white t-shirt on. I'd been like, it was like blue or something. I must have been drinking like Blue Wicked. So I was like sick marks on my t-shirt. And she said I kept going upstairs and coming back down. But I'd go up. So say I had like jeans, a hoodie and a t-shirt on. I went up like fully dressed, come down and took my hoodie off. And then I'd go up again and come down with no jeans on. This is like going, and she was just like, "Go to bed." So that one always sticks in my head because it was like, it took me no time at all to go from sober to just
absolutely hammered.
Yeah. So that's probably the one that stands out the most because I was young as well, and it was like so quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's been
worse times than that.
I don't know if there's been worse times than that, but there's so many examples of me being like very, very, very drunk. I think that's probably the one that sticks out to me as the most drunk, I'd say.
Yeah.
Purely because it was quick and it was embarrassing.
Yeah, I think me and Mum stay in Liverpool and night out went on. I think they're the most drunk I've ever been.
Yeah. So yeah, hope that answers your questions. Pete the Lizard, Lizardo. Peter the Lizzo.
That's gonna stick now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
right. So let's have a break before I say anything else stupid. Then we'll come back, and I've got quite a few would you rathers today, so we'll see how we get on with them. But yeah, see you soon.
See you soon.
We're back.
Hi, yeah.
Would you rather time? I've picked 5 out, so we'll see how we get on. There's a couple of others I can get if we need to, but some of these are quite stupid, so they might take us a minute to get through anyway.
Why? Because we might start laughing.
Well, they're just ridiculous as well, so it's going to be hard to.
Well, they get stupider every week, don't they? So.
Yeah, that is true. The first one is: would you rather have a third arm that you can only high five with, or a third leg that can only moonwalk?
Oh dear God!
I know, they're ridiculous, aren't they? See, the thing with that one for me is, as if there's like some way to logically answer it. If you've got a third leg that can only moonwalk, is that on the floor constantly and it's constantly trying to moonwalk? So even if you're trying to walk forward, that leg's trying to like drag you back doing the dance. So you'd be like constantly 2 steps forward, 1 step back, moonwalking. Do you know what I mean? So you'd be constantly like sliding backwards. And then, I mean, where do they even go? Where does your third leg go?
Don't know.
And where does your third arm go, to be fair? But I feel like if the third arm can only high five, and it's useless the rest of the time.
I think that's better than anything.
Well, at least you're not having to do like 4 steps to get 2 steps forward then, are you?
Yeah,
Do you know
I'm going to have to go with the third arm, because if you can only high five with it and it's just
dangling or whatever the rest of the time.
Yeah.
That's probably better, isn't it?
Yeah. I want the third leg that
if there is a better, if there is a better out of them. That one, I really like that one. I like the idea of only being able to moonwalk thing, but I just think it's so like inconvenient.
Yeah, imagine for me and Ben though, like, because we go for walks and stuff. Imagine like us, like, just.
You'd be knackered. Imagine me trying to walk the dog.
Oh God.
And every now and like, just be like, hang on, Mika, I'm just doing a moonwalk step. Hang on, Mika, I'm just doing a moonwalk step.
Yeah,
She'd
because
be like, what the fuck's going on?
if I was walking with you and the dog, literally I'd be the same, wouldn't I?
Yeah, so I think that one would just be utterly... Well, they're both ridiculous. I was going to say that would be utterly ridiculous, but...
They both are.
Yeah. Imagine you had 3 arms and you had to like explain to just that arm, by the way, I've got that arm, but I can only high five.
Imagine trying to wear a jacket or anything.
You'd have to, I don't know, could it come out your chest or something? Then again, how would you wear a t-shirt? There's nowhere good for it to go, is there? You'd have to get your clothes specially made either way, I suppose.
I like how we're actually fully discussing this as well.
That's a good point, actually, your clothes would have to get all tailor-made. But you'd only need an extra armhole in a t-shirt, wouldn't you? Whereas you'd need like an extra
Pant leg
if you wore jeans or whatever, wouldn't you?
Yeah, or shorts.
Or shorts, so you'd need like...
A skirt for girls is fine.
That is true, yeah. So you just have to wear skirts all the time.
Or dresses.
Or dresses, yeah. I'd have to pretend I was Scottish and get a kilt.
Oh, no, you wearing a kilt, something I don't want to see.
Oh, it's something nobody wants to see. But I don't, you know, if I had... How would you get... You'd have to get an extra pair of... Well, not an extra pair of pants, but you'd have to get an extra leg put on every pair of pants. Whereas with a third arm, you could just bang another hole in your t-shirt, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And it's like, at least that's cheaper.
True.
So it's going to cost you less money to have the third arm as well, isn't it? Yeah. Imagine trying to imagine that conversation as well on the phone, trying to explain you need an extra leg put on. Like, yeah, I've got a third leg. And they'd be like, are you trying to make a penis joke there? And I'd be like, unfortunately not. I've got I've got a third leg that exclusively moonwalks. That's all it does. It would be a fun party trick though, that wouldn't it? Yeah. Imagine you 3-legged moonwalk at any dance.
Hey, look, everybody, I can moonwalk, 3 legs.
Anytime Michael Jackson came on, you'd just have to do the moonwalk with 3 legs, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I think I'd have to go with third arm.
Yeah, same.
Just because it's not like the moonwalk is working against you as well, isn't it? All the time. Whereas the third arm isn't working against you.
No. Because if it's useless the rest of the time and you just have to high five, then it's fine.
I would high five everybody I met though.
Yeah.
I'd be like, look at this. Third arm, high five. And then that would be a fun way to introduce yourself to someone, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I think it's...
Yeah, third arm.
Third arm. Honestly, I enjoy the more stupid ones though, and especially when you start talking about them and you actually start taking it seriously.
Yeah. Which we always do.
Yeah. The second one is, would you rather be able to teleport to any place on Earth, but on the condition that you have to sing the national anthem upon arrival, or be able to fly, but only if you flap your arms like a bird?
Oh God. Well, I can't sing for one, so it'd be very off-key.
Yeah, but that's not the worst part of that, is it? I wouldn't want to sing the national anthem. I hate the fucking royal family.
So do I.
I was buzzing. Wait. Well, sorry, that's not the right thing to say. I was going to say I was buzzing when the Queen died, but I wasn't buzzing. But I wasn't sad either.
Mm.
He was like 90 odd, I didn't give a shit. And he's going to be dead soon, you'd imagine. Have you seen his fingers?
Yeah.
One of the most disturbing things I've ever seen. I couldn't imagine, and I'd want to teleport as well, so you'd want to use it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to sing the national anthem.
No.
It'd be so annoying.
I'm going to have to go with fly, but
imagine how stupid you'd look as well, flying. If you had to flap your wings. Well, not even your wings, you haven't got wings, you'd just be like that. And you'd have to do that to fly. Oh, I don't know, they're both.
Oh, ridiculous.
The teleport one is brilliant, because you can literally go anywhere. I suppose you can fly anywhere, but how fast can you fly? And you'd be fucked, wouldn't you, doing that the whole way? You'd have to have a break.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm still doing it, but I don't know. I think I'd go with fly.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to sing the national anthem anyway.
Then we can't stand the royal family.
Yeah, and I can't sing, like you said. That's not the main reason, but that's probably partly the reason. But you'd have strong arms if you had to fucking do that all the time.
You're doing it again.
But you would though, wouldn't you? You'd have
Yeah.
So yeah.
And can we just talk about how stupid Thomas looks when he does that?
Well, I was, trying to imagine it, how it would look and how tiring it would be. it'd be pretty tiring, I think. But I think it would make me. I think I'd have strong arms from doing it, so that'd
Yeah,
be a
you would.
bonus.
Hmm.
And it would mean I didn't have to fucking sing God Save. I don't believe in God either, so that'd
Yeah,
do me
because
head
the
in.
more you do, the more you flap your arms, the stronger they get.
You'd hope.
Yeah.
I mean, it would look stupid, but
At the end of the day, you go to shit.
I'd rather do that than sing the fucking national
Yeah,
anthem.
I couldn't do it.
I don't, like I say, I don't believe in God either, so that'd do me head in. I'd already be annoyed just going, God, no!
You'd be like, shut up!
Yeah. Even though teleporting's definitely the better one,
Yeah.
because you can just literally go anywhere instantly, whereas with the flying one, you have to actually,
And it takes forever.
takes the time to get there, and you'd be tired from, arm flapping. But if yeah, I think I'd rather have to flap my wings, like, flap my
your
arms,
wings.
even, flap my arms like a bird.
Yeah, I'm going with that one as well.
Right, number 3. Would you rather stay up all night helping an irritating family member with a problem, or babysit a baby that won't stop crying? I know.
So hard.
Well, there's a couple of
Well-
things with the irritating family member one. I'm not going to name any names.
We've got one who doesn't shut up.
Yeah, but there's a few irritating family members. It's not just one. But staying up all night for me is not appealing.
I can't stay a whole night anymore.
No.
I just can't do
anymore. When have you ever done it?
I've done it a few times when I was in high school, not now.
It's ridiculous staying up all night. It's just so stupid. But then you would feel like, because it's your family, if you've got a problem, you kind of feel like you had to help them.
Yeah,
I would be like, why have I got to do it? Why can't someone else do it?
Yeah, and then you feel bad if you don't do it. I don't.
A baby that doesn't stop crying is not great either, is it?
No.
Because, that fucking baby next door doesn't shut up, does it? And that's bad enough.
No.
And I haven't even got to look after her, I can just hear it. So I don't know, both of them are stupid. Well, obviously, that's the fucking point of it. But, I think the irritating family member one, an irritating person is, when it's a family member, is 10 times more irritating, I think. Because you tend to get, more wound up by people that you care about, I think.
Yeah.
If someone starts doing your head in. But it depends what the problem is as well. If it's, I can't do my taxes or something, get the fuck, I'm not bothered. But if it's I need you to do it to help me save someone's life, I'd probably have to do it.
Yeah.
Or bury a dead body. Bury your own dead body. Not my fucking problem. Don't know why that was where I went with that. That was dark, wasn't it? That?
Just a little bit.
I don't know though. Staying up all night is so grim. But if I had to babysit a baby that wouldn't stop crying, I don't know how annoyed I would get.
I'd end up getting very annoyed.
So would you be like, it's not my baby? It's not crying anymore. You know what I mean? Not your baby. Don't know though. Suppose if you failed the babysitting mission, then haven't you?
Yeah.
If they come back and I'm like, your baby's dead, I think you've failed babysitting, then haven't you? You haven't successfully babysat said crying baby.
God, such a difficult one.
I wish I was a good enough person to just be like, I'd obviously choose to help a family member with a problem.
It depends on who it is, though, as well.
But then I'm thinking of a few people in the family that I definitely wouldn't want to stay up all night with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them, it's bad enough.
Spending 5 minutes with them.
Yeah. I hope none of our family watch this. Because saying that though, if they do watch it, it's not them. Because
yeah, well, we haven't named names, have we? So they wouldn't.
True, but still, I don't know. I still haven't picked one. Baby's crying is so annoying.
I'm gonna have to go with the irritating family member because I can't stand the sound of babies crying. That one's bad enough.
But you're babysitting a baby unless you're babysitting them overnight. That's interesting.
Oh, it depends how you done it.
Because then the baby needs more attention as well.
Yeah.
Do I hate kids more or do I hate my own family more? I think that's what it boils down to, isn't it?
Gee, thanks, I'm right to you.
You're not the irritating family member that I've got in mind, though. You are an irritating family member, but no, I'm joking. I love you really.
Do you? Are you sure about that?
Yes. Fucking hell.
It's so hard.
I think I'd go crying baby, because I'd just have to try and do,
If
especially
it's
if like,
not overnight, then it's fine.
yeah, and like if it doesn't stop crying at a certain point, there's nothing you can do for that baby, so you can just put your
Yeah, true.
headphones in.
Yeah, I think I might have to go crying baby then.
Whereas with the irritating family member, you've got to try and be up all night,
And yeah, it's all night as well.
and I can't even stay up till like fucking midnight most nights.
None of us can.
I'm pathetic now for staying. Like, I fell asleep. I mean, yesterday I slept most of the day, to be fair. But most nights I'm asleep by like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
As
sure.
if I'm like a 76-year-old man. So I think I'd go crying baby.
I'm gonna have to go crying baby as well because I can't stay up all night anymore.
It's a shame I've lost my noise cancellation headphones though. Because I could still hear it over the ones I've got now.
I think I've still got mine.
Have you got noise cancelling headphones?
Yeah, the similar ones that you had. I think you bought me the exact same pair.
Alright.
You can use them if you want.
For this scenario. If we want to babysit the crying baby.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I think I'd have to go crying baby. But I would be very angry by the end of it though.
I know.
Like today I've had a day where I've been irritated by little stuff, and if it was one of them days I definitely reckon I'd be like, I'm gonna kill this baby.
Yeah.
This is a comedy podcast, by the way. I would never kill a baby. Just in case I ever end up in court. Yeah, I think I've got to go crying baby purely because at least you'll get to sleep at some point.
If it's not all night, then it's fine. If it's all night, then
yeah, that's a tough one, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Let's move on before I upset anybody else with either them being the irritating family member or any more baby chat. Would you rather be able to eat as much food as you wanted and never gain weight, or feel refreshed and well rested after only 3 hours of sleep each night?
God.
See, for me, this isn't. Well, it is difficult because at the minute, I'm eating whatever I want and I'm putting the weight on quickly, and I would love it if that wasn't the case. But like, I'm such a bad sleeper that if I could have 3 hours sleep and feel refreshed, that'd be amazing.
I'm gonna have to go with eat any food I want, not gain weight.
You sleep alright anyway,
yeah,
don't
I
you?
sleep fine.
I don't know though. Oh, that is such a good one to have. Eat as much food as you want and never gain weight. That is so good.
Yeah, because I sleep perfectly fine, don't I? So I don't need to.
I suppose it doesn't mean that you're healthy though either. It just means that you don't gain weight. But that's still, I mean, I'm moaning about being healthy now and I'm 3 stone overweight and eating takeaways 4 times a week, so I'm not healthy anyway. No, it'd have to be the sleep for me, just purely because I'm such a bad sleeper anyway. Some nights I only get like 3 or 4 hours sleep anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm a zombie.
Yeah. Well, if you ask Mum that question as well, she'd go with the sleep.
Mum would choose sleep, yeah. I think. We'll have to ask her afterwards.
Yeah, she probably will.
I think so.
She doesn't really sleep much, does she?
No, sleep much. Can't speak this week, you can, yeah. I've been fine. Yeah, but there's been a few things with you, hasn't there? Tense! The other day, when you went to ask me if my leg was tense or something, I can't even remember what it was.
Tense or tender.
Tense or tender, and you ended up just singing tense. Tense! And then you haven't been able to string a sentence together today either, have you?
No.
So, fuck you, says you. I've got examples to prove that you haven't been able to speak. What have you got? Nothing. Tense! Yeah, I think I'll have to go with sleep. As much as I would love to not gain weight, but I also know that I'm capable of losing the weight, because I've done it before.
Yeah.
Well, I say that. I've done it before, doesn't mean I can do it again. No, I'm going sleep, because I sleep so bad.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with eat any food I want and not gain weight.
I think that one's probably quite easy for both of us, because you sleep well, and I don't sleep well, so it's like...
It's like opposite.
Yeah, but it's easy to pick,
yeah,
isn't it? But I'd love to feel well rested even if I slept so shit. And then the last one is, would you rather be allergic to chocolate or be allergic to cheese?
Hell.
I know. Because I thought it was easy for me and I was going to pick cheese. I was going to pick chocolate. But then if I was high and I've got the munchies and I can't have chocolate, I'd really struggle.
Thing is that if you're allergic to cheese, you might not be able to have pizza. Which one's worse?
Oh, I think I've got to go chocolate. I don't know.
I think it's quite easy for me because I didn't eat a lot of chocolate, do I? Not really.
What?
Have you seen me eat a chocolate bar lately?
But in the past couple of weeks, maybe not, but you were eating bourbons. You were eating about 9 bourbons a day when we had them. You don't eat that much chocolate. Get the fuck. But the main reason I never went vegan when I went veggie is because I like cheese, and I couldn't give cheese up. And then when you just said pizza, I think that I couldn't have. Oh my god, I eat so much stuff with cheese on it.
I like pizza too much, but like I wouldn't be able to have, the pasta I make sometimes that I put cheese on.
I don't know, chocolate is a grim one though. You wouldn't be able to have like
Chocolate,
anything with
like
chocolate in
chocolate
it.
cake or anything like that.
Chocolate brownies. Oh.
Oh, it's so hard.
But I think, see, I immediately thought cheese. I thought I'd rather be allergic to chocolate. But then now I'm thinking else, it's tough. Because when I get the munchies as well, it's
You eat
sweet
chocolate,
stuff that I want, yeah. So I get like waffles and that, don't I? I suppose I could still get that and just not get chocolate though.
Mm.
I couldn't have.
It wouldn't be the same though, would it?
Yeah, but I couldn't not be able to eat pizza anymore. I love pizza.
Mm.
Oh, I'd rather be allergic to chocolate.
I'm gonna have to go the same.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. I thought you would go with cheese. Did.
I like pizza too much for that.
Yeah, true. So we're both going with that's such the wrong answer again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd rather be allergic to chocolate.
Yeah, same.
Right, that's the
Before
end
we
of them.
change our minds.
Yeah, that's the end of them. We've had a couple of videos do quite well on TikTok again this week, so thanks for anyone who's been checking them out.
Yeah, because it means a lot to us as well.
We've got a couple of new subscribers on YouTube as well, which is nice. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that shit as well if you want to find us on there. If you'd rather listen to it than watch it. And if you can't find it wherever you listen to your podcasts, let us know on Twitter and I'll figure out how to get it on there so that you can listen to it on whatever. You can follow us everywhere at Sibling Rival Pod. That's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Email addresses siblingrivalpodcast@gmail.com. Fucking nailed it. It's the first time in weeks I haven't said at the beginning of it. So yeah, I got it right, didn't I? Siblingrivalpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, you did.
Reinforcing how good I am. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at TomFairlong_.
And I'm at Twitter and Instagram at XEHarrisonX.
So thanks for everyone who's continued to give it a go. We're 10 episodes in now. I feel like we're starting to find our feet.
Yeah, we are. We get better each week.
We're starting to really enjoy it as well. Well, we were enjoying it anyway.
Yeah, but I feel like we get better each week.
So yeah, it means a lot to us. Subscribe to wherever you watch it or listen to it, please, because it really helps. And if you can share any clips you see us post as well, even if you don't watch them yourself, just the more eyes we can get.
And give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, but that's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Love you.
Love you too.
We remembered this week. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.